A huge welcome to our smart reseller community and welcome to another That's a Smart Idea. The weekly 1 minute video, the very rarely last minute, I'm not going to apologize for that, where we here at Smart Channel help you, our smart reseller community, sell more smart business products into your customers and add value to your smart business proposition. So today I'm in the wonderful city of Calgary in Canada, and I've actually been joined, it's my great honor to say, I've been joined by Nicholas Svensson, who is CEO of Smart Technologies. He's going to give you a few tips and advice today. So thank you first, Nicholas.
Oh, no,
Thank you
it's
for
my
joining us on
pleasure.
That Smart Idea. It's
Yeah,
a real pleasure to have you on.
yeah, happy to have you here.
No, that's brilliant. So the first question I wanted to ask you is, right now we have a lot of resellers out there that are selling education
Yeah,
products. What are we doing to encourage resellers to start selling our business solutions, our enterprise solutions?
yeah, it's a really interesting question because, as value-added resellers rely on domain expertise,
Yeah.
right? So specifically education. It's why so many find difficult to sell into education. So our entry into enterprise is really going to be focused on some very, very specific, but at the same time very general use cases. So back to office, huddle. What can we do in the huddle space to make it more productive? What we can do in the open workspace to make it productive?
Yeah.
Of course, we have some deeper applications like architecture, engineering, construction, that type of thing, where there is domain expertise required. But for the education reseller looking to get into the enterprise space, we're going to provide a very simple, straightforward solution to get started with. And then, of course, we're going to explore specific verticals as the expertise gets brought to us
Yeah.
to explore. So
I think
we'll provide an easy way to do it.
and it's really a profitable business to be in as well.
It's a different
sell,
beast.
it's a different
Yeah,
sell, isn't
yeah.
it?
The
Yes,
customers really value the productivity aspect of the tools,
yeah,
so it's a much easier sell that way.
it's great.
Yeah.
So, Nicholas, tell us about the sustainability program that Smart's running at the moment. How is that going to help our resellers get some more sales in as well?
Well, so should help with the conversation to start with. So we pride ourselves in having the lowest power consumption panels on the market, at least one of the lowest. So from a cost of ownership perspective, that'll if you can have that conversation with the customer on the cost of ownership, the cost of running the panel. But I think from a physical perspective, the thing that I'm very proud of is the size of our packaging. We've reduced the size of our packaging by about 60 to 65%, which means that all the material you handle, you can now get more into your box fan, you can get more in per container. They're easier to move around. Really having done a lot of work in that area on just the crating and boxing sounds trivial, but it's a big deal for us. A lot of recycling work that we've done, a lot of things that we've talked to various communities about. Is it just a hang and bang, or is it something that you maintain? And so another thing that we've done that is on the technical side is the over-the-air updates, and particularly with the Android operating systems, many of our end users did not appreciate that if you buy an Android operating system, it's only good for 2 or 3 versions, and then it kind of falls off the network. Their
Yeah.
certificates and things are not any good. We have a Android story that'll take you from when you bought it for the next 10 years.
Wow.
And so from a sustainability perspective, that's nice as well because you've got a capital investment. You want
Yeah.
to keep your customer happy.
Adds
Keep them
real
repeat.
value to the proposition,
Oh,
doesn't it?
absolutely, absolutely. So a lot of our competition didn't think of that. We did. It's semi-modular, so we use the modularity of our design to help the customer keep the panel up to date. Yeah.
That's great. And I know, final question
Yeah.
now, but
Yeah.
so thank you for your time. I know you've got a great passion for R&D.
Yeah.
Can you give us any sneak peeks into what's coming down the line from Smart? Have you anything that's up the sleeve at the moment?
Well, of the 39 different ideas that we that we're working, I think there's a couple that are particularly suited for us, and we've seen some surprising from my perspective, but some really good pull from the market,
Nice.
particularly in Spain and Australia, with the use of interactive tools and displays in old age homes.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's an area much like nascent to us. We have to get into it. We have to learn it. We have to do it. But the pull from the market, we've seen the governments are actively working with us to kind of sort that out. The other area that I'm really excited about is the use of our technology, specifically our patented technology around
Yeah.
Tool Explorer, ToolSense, in the special needs accessibility area.
Yeah.
So people with accessibility issues or special needs, we have some very, very excellent tools and technologies that nobody else has that
Yeah.
is really beneficial for that community.
Yeah.
And we've been dabbling in it over time, but this is the year that we're going to get into it in a more serious way. And I'm really excited about what I think is a big opportunity.
Yeah.
You know, especially when you think of the opportunity as helping people.
Yeah.
Right.
There's a lot of big developments around AI and AR and that sort of thing
Yeah.
in those market space as well, isn't there? So,
Yeah. So we're trying to keep our AI work on the edge of the network. We'd
yeah,
like to not have too much data going into the cloud
of course, yeah.
for data protection, but absolutely looking at AI. How can AI help with student engagement? You know, looking at the class and saying, are the students engaged? Helping teachers prepare lessons.
Yeah.
Right. A lot of companies out there doing kind of similar things. We're going to pride ourselves at being differentiated and putting data privacy at the top of the
Of
priority
course, yeah.
list.
Yeah.
And then seeing what can we do that's sensible with AI. But it's here. It's people are going to use it, and so we are as well. But yeah, definitely an active area of work. You may see something in the AI space a little bit sooner than later.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a little glimpse into the future of smart there. Thank you, Nicholas. Thank you
Yeah,
so
thank you,
much for taking
Colin.
the
Yeah,
time for doing this.
not as hard as I thought.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
That was easy.
Yeah, there you go.
That's great. So I'd just like to say big thank you to our smart resellers. Thank you for your continued efforts in engaging with us around bringing us in for demos, getting us involved in scoping out projects for you. Really appreciate that. So until the next time, that's been a smart idea, and thank you.